Best damn podcast, the best damn town. You wanna get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you wanna go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
I'm Shannon Newth.
And we're no damn experts. And on today's episode,
Proving we're no damn experts.
no joke, we're going to hoop and holler and whip it up and talk about rodeo.
I was
today.
just looking to see if I happen to have any rodeo sounding sound effects. No, don't think so.
None.
Yeah.
Now, you may be thinking it might be too early to talk about rodeo season,
no.
but actually the NFR kicked off, the big daddy of them all.
Yeah. Well, and
again
when this
in Vegas.
comes out,
It'll
yeah,
be done.
It'll be done. Yeah, it just happened.
So NFR just finished in Las Vegas.
That's right.
It's the magic of podcasts, people. You are hearing it today.
Right.
We've recorded it months ago.
Well,
Nobody knows.
Months is an exaggeration.
But we have our own little, I won't say little, we have our own NFR here in
Yeah,
Great
it's
Falls.
not little.
Great Falls is the home to the PRCA Circuit Finals Rodeo. We've talked about it on this podcast in the past. This is really just your reminder that it's coming up again.
Also, Christmas gift idea. Get some tickets.
Tickets are on sale, so buy them.
Yeah.
And plan to attend. Rodeo is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which I love. We won't bring up the past, but it didn't always used to be that.
Okay.
So January 9th, 10th, and 11th here in Great Falls at Montana Expo Park, Pacific Steel and Recycling Arena, not Four Seasons Arena anymore.
It's hard when they change. Yeah.
and I apologize. It's not like that's new. That's been that way for a long time.
No,
but old habits die hard.
Yeah. Very true.
But one of the big things that's coming back, or maybe is new, I'm not really quite sure because my memory's not so good anymore.
Mine's not.
But they're going to do awards off-site for the contestants in the stock. So, you know, when they present with those buckles and they give out and they allow people to do the speech. And if you've watched anything of the NFR, this is that time where they've got everybody up on stage at South Point and they're, what'd you think of that ride? What does this moment mean to you? And how have you done
Acceptance
this? All
speeches.
those things. And they get to talk that. So we're going to be doing that at the Heritage Inn after the rodeo ends. So you're going to end the rodeo. They're going to play John Denver, Take Me Home, Country Road. You're going to walk out the arena. You're going to get in your vehicle and you're going to head over to what I'm going to refer to as the after party.
Yeah, it really
Sponsored by Steel, etc., to do the awards for the Cowboys in the Stock. That really is probably as fun as the rodeo. It keeps the party and the celebration of these athletes and the animals that are part of this event in focus and celebrating their successes of the night.
Too bad they can't bring their horses with them.
Maybe they could.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say you should or should not, but we've brought a horse inside of a business here in Great Falls before. So
I was literally just looking at that video. Yeah.
I think it's possible, and I think it makes great content. And I apologize in advance, Tyler, if something like that happens. It'll don't
be good.
do it.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you say don't do it?
Yeah, I just said.
So maybe you know something this website doesn't. So I was just looking at in regards to buying tickets.
Okay.
I'm looking at their website for PRCA, and it says for Circuit Finals, ticket sales open on December 2nd for Cyber Monday. Then it says after a brief pause, tickets will reopen December 15th. That being said, you can certainly still try to buy tickets.
That is what the internet says.
Yeah,
my information says buy tickets at the box office at goexpopark.com or the website prorodeomontana.com.
Yeah. And that's the one I'm looking at. So
I don't know about, my insider information has no specific details about that.
okay. Well, anyway, when this comes out, it'll be right after this. So you can get those tickets real soon.
Now, Shannon, do you have a favorite rodeo event?
I love the barrel racing because one, it's the women, and two, from some of the horseback riding I did, or when I worked as a wrangler at a summer camp, we liked doing some barrels. I just think they're cool, so I'm gonna go with the barrels. There's certain events that I like less, but that's not the point of this podcast. So yeah, how about you? What's your favorite?
I don't necessarily have a favorite event. There are a few events that I don't like. Those would be the ones I would get up and go have a beer.
That beer drink time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Restock.
We'll have to
at my booth,
visit
at my table.
off air about if it's the same. if it's the same one we both don't like.
But the thing that I love is the bullfighter.
Yeah.
Which is not an event. It's part of an event.
It kind of is watching them.
So part of the bull riding has fighters
The
involved.
rodeo clowns.
And then the bullfighter.
True.
That keeps the cowboy safe from the bull. And they're the ones that step in and interject when things start to get a little hairy. And I just love the talent it takes to work as a team of bullfighters to pull the bull away from the cowboy or change its direction or get the cowboy out of where they need to be. That to me is like this orchestrated dance that takes years to perfect and is just impressive to watch.
It really, I think as soon as the cowboy's off, everyone's watching that guy because they're the ones with the real like talent and instinct and what that bull's going to do.
And then to watch, like if it's a good bull ride, they celebrate with the bullfighter.
Yeah.
And it's not like you've got built-in fans in the arena for any other event.
That's true.
You kind of have the pickup men, but they're there to get you off and drop you on the ground. They aren't high-fiving you. They aren't giving you a hug. Like they might, smack you on the bum and go, good job. Like a football player, but it's not like the visceral reaction that you get from the bullfighter to go like, way to go, and the big hugs and the embraces. I'm like, so it's not necessarily the bull riding that I love, but everything else
with it
about that that is just so exciting to me. And it's always the last event.
Yes.
Which I have to think most people like that because that's why they put it last.
That's the most exciting one. It has the potential to be the most exciting one.
Well, there's a lot more.
I think it's because the danger level is so high that's why it's such a elevated, exciting experience. Yeah.
Now my husband's favorite event is bareback riding.
Oh, okay.
And so he loves bareback and saddle bronc. He likes that component. And I think it's maybe more because of the horse element. I think he likes more of the horse than the bull.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same concept.
It is. Similar concept, different animal, maybe with
one
the saddle.
One doesn't.
I speaking about the bulls, do you know of the retired bull rider, J.D. Mooney? Yeah, because he was. Jason was telling me this weekend. I did not fact check this, but I'm just going to go with it. That the bull that basically ended his career, J.D. Mooney ended up buying, and it's like a pet for him now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that. I've seen so many videos of JB just rubbing this bull that ended his career. And they're just like the best of friends. It's like a dog pet. And it's really interesting to see. And fantastic bull rider, was in the PBR circuit for a long time. Made it to the NFR. Those are the cool things, the cool stories that come out of that. So true.
The bulls too. We've talked about this again. Didn't fact check it with him, but I feel like Jason knows what he's talking about with this. That the bulls too are treated like the professional athletes they are. Like they are pretty well pampered. Jason jokes that they get like bottled water. Like they are pretty well pampered, treated like professional athletes. I won't say there isn't
ice baths.
You're right, but they're
guns.
they're treated well, and I mean it's a bull, so you don't want to mess with it. But also, these animals are not like that all of the time.
Right.
Like they have their performance time. They're an athlete, and then they're pretty well pampered the rest of the time.
Yeah, and I'd say that for all of the stock
Animals,
that is part of a rodeo. What's really neat about circuit finals is you're coming off the NFR. And after the NFR, you've got this world-class stock and world-class athletes that then end up in great finals.
High level.
Yeah, it's the big time here. And that's where the more important crown happens.
That's right.
For a lot of people. And so a lot of it's Montana cowboys and cowgirls that end up competing at the NFR. People like Ty Erickson from Helena is usually at circuit finals.
Yeah.
You've got, the tough things to remember people's names, but
like Lisa Lockhart's the
yep,
very well known barrel racer.
You've got team ropers, the Tryon brothers.
Yep. There's one I cannot, it's right on the tip of my brain, and I can't think of who he is, but I think he's from the High Line somewhere.
You've got the tied down cowboy from Miles City who I know his name and am completely blanking. And I'm sure anybody who's listening to this podcast is screaming
oh my gosh.
at me. Who was here last year and was at the NFR.
Let's see, I'm looking at I think Ty Erickson, who you mentioned. So he's currently ranked 10th in steer wrestling, and it looks like he's the only Montanan on that list.
Look at that.
So good job for him. Yeah.
Now at the circuit finals, I used to remember this, and I'm going to say some stuff that is probably going to be corrected in the next episode, but it's the top 12 that go to circuit finals in Montana.
Okay.
And those top 12 athletes compete over 3 days.
Yes.
For the grand title of the best in Montana.
That's right.
Montana
and the
Circuit.
circuits.
Montana Circuit.
There's a header for roping from Huntley, Montana. Brady Tryon, but with an A.
Yep.
Tryon. Yep.
And
I'm
then
just pulling up the current standings here. This is before the NFR.
We've got some cowboys out of Millstone, Montana that usually show up at the circuit finals.
Dustin Bird from Cut Bank.
There we go.
Also a header.
Yep.
Just looking at the standings while we're yeah. Let's see. Do we have any in the Jesse? Do you remember Jesse who was
Jesse
from,
Cruz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is he retired?
I don't know if
he might be.
He is or not. I want to say he was just honored last year at the circuit finals for something.
Okay. Well, he had some pretty severe injuries, didn't he? Do you know where's Volberg, Montana?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Know? There's Jake Lockwood from Volberg is a bull rider.
I want to say this might just be me. I think it's near Fromberg, Belfry area.
Okay. Huh. Well, that's where he's from. You'll learn quickly, folks, that there's a lot of tiny, tiny little towns that often these guys are from. Well, that's rude. There's not a bear. Where's the... No, I just have to...
Haven Medjed.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
I knew it would come to me. And his wife is a barrel racer.
Oh, really? Nice.
I'm not making that up either.
Good job.
See the confidence I had with that?
I did see that. Yeah. So yeah, you can come. You can come for one day. You can come for all 3 days because then you get to watch the progress and the standings.
And honestly, why would you just come for one day?
Yeah.
It seems silly.
I also like that it's in January because there's so much in the holiday season. You're also happy. And then January comes and often you're on this
doldrums.
Yeah. And
But
so
it's
this
not
gives you,
here.
no, like you have one of our biggest events of the year in January.
We kick off 2025. Well, we kick off every year in style.
That's right.
I don't know how many years it's been, but it's been a lot of years here in Great Falls.
Yeah, we're lucky every year it comes back here.
And then the week after, PRCA Circuit Finals Rodeo is the Maggie, the Montana Ag Industry
yeah.
Exposition. So we cowboy it up
We sure do.
for 2 weeks straight.
And if you love rodeo, if you've gone to a lot, or if you've never done any, like this is a perfect chance to get in on the action of rodeo, and you can stay around for the Maggie and learn all about farm and ranch culture and life here in north central Montana.
Ooh, Volberg is south of Miles City.
Oh, well,
I mean, it was
you tried. It's fairly close.
not really close at all.
Well, it wasn't like Libby.
Oh, that's true. I was at least in the southeastern
With this big
area
of a state, that's at least
of
close.
the state.
Yeah. So when you come, there are options for you to, if you just don't want to have to drive at all, you can do everything right in that vicinity. There's hotels, restaurants, all the things you would need right there. By
We
the Expo
also
Park.
have Ubers and taxis and electric scooters, maybe, if they haven't. I haven't seen the birds go away yet, but they might have.
Good. Yeah. You could bring your own.
You can bring your own.
That's right.
It's a really great time. But I would plan for that. It's one of my fun things to do. I didn't make my list necessarily of,
Oh, when we did our top 10 things.
yeah. Did it?
It can be an honorable mention.
It didn't. But I love it. I also,
It's indoors.
it's
Did we
indoors,
should clarify.
inside
Yeah.
the arena. They serve beer and food while you're there. So it's nice at the concession stands. Some people think they got to wear certain outfits.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
So I'm going to talk about outfits. I go in whatever is comfortable for me.
A lot of people, though, will dress up for
Yeah.
the one time in their life as a
The
cowboy or
sparkly
cowgirl.
pants, the cowboy, cowhide
hats.
boots, the big hats, the vests.
The big turquoise jewelry.
Do you?
Yeah.
If that's the way you want to dress, that's fine. Just like the symphony. You don't have to.
Right.
You can come in sneakers and shorts. I wouldn't advise shorts,
I
but
wouldn't-
you can.
I also would not advise like flip flops.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be dirty.
It does get a little dusty in there. But come
Also
as you are.
January.
But you can come any way, any way that feels right for you.
What do you do? Do you dress? Do you do cowgirl attire?
No,
Okay.
no. Last year I went in a one-piece black jumper with some
Nice.
boots.
Yeah. Do you have
Not
cowgirl?
cowboy-
Or do you have
I do.
designer cowgirl boots or like legit cowgirl boots?
Legit.
Yeah.
Like the stuff I used to work in
Yeah.
when I
Nice.
was growing up.
Yeah.
I have quite a few. I mean, it's a shock for people to find out that I have
Your shoe
multiple
room.
pairs of cowboy boots. But yeah, I've got some trendy stuff. I've got some staples and things that are fairly worn. So
Yeah. But you don't wear them to rodeo?
I don't.
Yeah. Do you wear them to Western Art Week?
Nope.
Oh.
Every now and again.
Yeah.
I've busted them out.
That's another time when people will break out their Western gear.
Yep. Again, wear what feels right for you. If you want fringes, go with fringes. If you just want a sweater, wear a sweater. If you want a t-shirt, go in a t-shirt.
I have this fringe vest. It's like a suede
Ooh.
fringe vest. And I worked to Western Art Week last year, and Jason told me it looked like I was a hippie, not like I was Western.
Oh.
And I was like, got the fringe. That's a Western thing.
Also, no, maybe Jason's not the expert
I
on
know.
fashion.
Yeah. I will say, I will give him credit. He knows how to dress himself very well. He knows how to put together a great suit. Like, he's good with that. And then he's got his classic things. But yeah, sometimes I have to explain to him, like,
Trends.
this is a thing that women are wearing around the world. Like, yeah.
This is
So
what happens.
sometimes I'm like, I'll wear this outfit on a day that maybe I won't see Jason for very long. And I'll like,
This is completely off topic, but I've come home in an outfit and Robert looks at me and he goes, "You wore that to work?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I'll go back out with him in it. He's like, "Are you sure you don't want to change?" I said, "No."
yeah.
And then I'll get like 3 compliments. And I don't normally get compliments, but then I'll get compliments. And he's
Isn't
like,
that
"Oh,
such
I
a
guess,
good feeling?
I guess maybe I don't know anything." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe you don't." So
I had a like jumpsuit I was going to wear to MC an event, and Jason was going. He's actually, just with our schedules and stuff, sometimes a lot of times when I MC, he doesn't end up being there, but this particular one he was. But he hates jumpsuits. He thinks they're weird, like on girls. He doesn't like, he's like, they're not flattering. And I like them. And so that was a debate too. I'm like, no, this is like, I feel like it has like a realm of something. Anyway, but I didn't wear it. But that's happened to me though, when I've put an outfit on that I'm like, I don't think he's going to like this. And I get compliments. I'm like,
yeah,
thank
because
you.
I know stuff.
Right.
So if you need to get an outfit for Circuit Finals,
yeah.
because there's, you're going to fill your days with something, might I suggest heading downtown and visiting
Yes.
with the fashion experts, or heading over to the mall where you can pick up a few things as well, or go to Hoagland's. There's plenty of options of places you can go and put together any kind of outfit you want, because you just want to feel fancy every now and again.
Yeah. You want to feel a little special?
And this is one of those events where, hey, this is where the big cowboys and cowgirls ride.
Right.
So let's
We'll
make
look the
it
part.
the extravagant affair that it is.
And don't let your husband or boyfriend tell you otherwise. You do you.
And fellas,
You
maybe
do
your
same thing.
maybe your girl says,
Don't
blah,
wear
blah,
that
blah, blah, blah. Don't
Turquoise
listen to her
bolo
either.
tie. Do it.
If it feels right, make it happen.
That's right.
And if you need a new hat, you can
Or
get those.
shaped.
Yep. All those things refreshed,
Yeah.
cleaned up. Maybe you need your boots polished.
Oh, yeah.
Those things happen. And you can get those done at Hoagland's. You can get it done at North 40. They've got some hat shaping stuff I've seen in their little stand.
Yeah.
I assume they know what they're doing.
Some steam.
I don't wear
Yeah.
a hat. My husband one day will own a cowboy
I
hat
was just going
again.
to say, has Robert worn one?
Yeah. He had one that he had for a long time that was in the camper. And he called it it was his rain hat. So when it was raining when we were camping, he'd put it on. And it's taken some heat over the years. It's badly misshapen. I'm sure when he was in high school, it was great. It's not held
It's
up.
been around a long time.
Because we've not taken care of it. And I think it went in the garbage this last year.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's
yeah,
time.
So he needs a new rain hat.
But he wants to get a new hat, but he's kind of got a large head. So it's not necessarily something that's really easy to come off the shelf with.
I have the opposite problem.
Yeah. But if you want to wear a baseball cap, you can do that too.
Yeah. Or no hat.
Everything goes.
So we talked about during the days or the time before the road, you check out the local shops, you get your outfit planned. What else do you recommend?
I would recommend CM Russell Museum because it just seems right.
Right. You got to get in the Western cowboy spirit.
It
Famed
does.
cowboy artist.
It does. Take in some of that. Maybe you...
Our friends at the Cowboys Bar, which we had on the podcast not that long ago, which is our, as Rebecca has claimed, our 13th museum, because it is the Cowboys Bar and Museum. It's a good place. A lot of people will go there afterwards. You can hit it up beforehand, or if you want to do both, you can go just
Before
to look at
and
the
after.
museum element of it before, then you can get your drink after.
Yeah. Both. Those are good options too. Have you done all 3 nights of rodeo before?
I have not. No, not
Neither
all 3.
have I.
Yeah. That's a good idea though.
was it last year or 2 years ago? It became really, 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 really cold. Like it was negative 35.
I wonder, was
and
it last
negative
year? It was
40.
I remember it was very cold at the beginning of January last year.
So the old farm kid in us hunkered at home for the negative 40s because that's really tough on vehicles.
It is.
And so we
But it's nice and toasty inside.
It's nice and toasty inside. And if my man was chivalrous, he would just warm
drop
the
you
vehicle
off
up and then come get me
That's
at the
true.
doors. But
So you can be a passenger princess.
I'm equal in our partnership, which means
You can be equal and he can still be chivalrous. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
we get great announcers.
Yeah.
And we have a fantastic rodeo clown in J.D. Harrison. That doesn't feel right either.
Used to be
Folks,
Flint, but he's retired.
Some people get retired, so you gotta. Maybe it's just Harris.
Do you want me to look it up?
No,
Okay.
it's really more fun for our listeners.
To just hear you guess. I was going to say you can learn more about kind of the behind the scenes of the rodeo. We have multiple episodes options for you. So I would recommend, it's been one of our more popular episodes with Gary Rimple, pickup man for a long, long time.
Yep.
And the episodes aptly named after a different term for that, but Joe Diffie's
Pickup man.
Gary was fantastic and gave a lot of kind of cool behind the scenes stories of life in the arena.
Yep. We've done Rodeo Queens.
Yeah,
which
Gary's
wife Jody.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's no queening competition in January anymore.
No, they're established.
So we don't talk about the past. We talk about the future.
That's right.
And then we did do a really early episode where we talked about the events of rodeo.
You and Madi.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we talked about slack, and I fumbled my way through that, and I think I got it somewhat right.
Okay.
So you can go back and listen to the stupidity that's there.
If you're just really loving the direction of this one, that's
they're not all gold, people. They're not all gold. It's not always a
but
winner.
I remember listening to that episode with you and Madi. That was fun.
The other thing that I'm not quite sure about is they used to have, I'm going to say goat tying or goat roping. 2-3 years ago, they brought in a second female event for the rodeo, but it wasn't there last year. So I don't know if it's going to be there this year. So
I'm thinking it's barrel racing for the ladies, but
show up and see.
That's right.
So you've got a lot of timed events. You've got a lot of stock events, all for your viewing pleasure, happening January
9th through 11th.
See, that's the way it works. And it's only 4 weeks away by the time this airs.
Oh my gosh.
If that gives you any indication of how close around the corner it is.
That is really close.
Get
In my
your
brain,
rooms reserved.
do you ever think in like a linear fashion for the calendar? In my brain, I'm like December, and then like January seems like a whole new.
Yeah, you got to go all the way back to the top of the calendar.
It's like my mind's eye of this like line or something, and January is a whole other like reset, which it is, but it's also just continuing time, and it's not that far away.
It's circular.
My brain doesn't think about
end.
it like that. Yeah.
Well, I had that same issue with a map one time. One day, if you buy me a beer, people, I will tell you the story of how long I thought it took to get to like Bora Bora.
Did you forget the world's round?
Let's not ruin the story, Shannon.
Okay.
And if you were a kid growing up in any classroom in America and they pulled the map down.
Well, yeah. You think it's flat and a straight line. Uh-huh.
So there's some things that will escape even the smartest people. So come up to me one day and we'll talk about it. And that's why people buy me globes now.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
Shall we share anything else that we don't know about rodeo? Because we've really fumbled it through.
I think people have had enough of us for this one.
Okay.
Favorite, like rodeo names. You always love the bulls' names and the animals' names, the bulls. So tell us. Yeah, I'd love to hear people's favorite bull names.
Yeah, or any kind of stock name.
Yeah. They
that
always
would be
have
pretty
fancy
fun.
names. Mm-hmm.
Some of the weirdest ones you've come across.
Oh gosh, I can't think of any right now. I just know they're always funny or very complex for a bull. You're like, okay. It's kind of like show dogs. They have like their official 5-word name and then they go by
based
Max.
on their lineage.
Yeah.
Here's Tootie.
Yeah. But bulls have that too. So
yeah,
I just enjoy that part also.
So check out all the athletes' names.
That's right.
Human and animal during the Circuit Finals Rodeo here in Great Falls, Montana. Make your plans now. It's right around the corner. Get your shopping, your museum visits in. Catch up with old friends.
It's a good time to do all of that.
Yeah. Reconnect with your partner after the holidays to go, hey, we made it through.
Yeah.
I think I still love you.
You've had a little bit of time to settle down. Good time to reset. Yeah.
So until we see your bright, smiling, happy, healthy, beautiful face here in our fair city, we do hope you are creating amazing memories with your friends and family, wherever you might be. We'll see you soon.
We're No Dam Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town.